International Women's Day is March 8th, a time to celebrate women's achievements and recognize, of course, what they've done. Foundress is a group of women-owned businesses that help out each other, and we know Lindsay and of course, Coley here. So wait, Coley, there, Coley and Lindsay, there it is. All right. There it is, and now they're here. So this is great. We're talking about, of course, an organization that you help business owners, women who have created things, thrive. So let's do a little background on this. How did the Foundress come about?
I mean, everyone knows us from Junk in the Trunk, but we started Junk in the Trunk 12 years ago, and we had no background in business. We didn't have college educations. We didn't know what we were doing. And we were really looking for a community of women where we could gather together, where we could get encouragement, where we could learn education in business, and we couldn't find it anywhere. Yeah. So 4 years ago, we started the Foundress as a community for ambitious women to come together and gather to get education, to hear from curated speakers, and mentorship as well.
Yeah, I like it. And let's talk about you two ladies before we come to Heather, because this is very important with you, because you guys, as you said, you have the Junk in the Trunk that you've been helping out those small businesses, but you said something's very important. That's not finding a group of women who can come together to talk business and do that, especially on a lower level, especially when you guys are working with budgets where you can't go to those big seminars to see, the major women who have achieved. So this is something you said, we got to start doing this locally because it's going to be able to help small business, especially women trying to get things off the ground, like you two been doing, right?
Yeah. So after COVID, no one wanted to be virtual. So we were like, we know we need to bring this in person so that it can really be face-to-face with other women who have gone before us. 42% of all U.S.-owned businesses are women-owned, and there's just not enough support for women. So we knew, as we designed Foundress after what we wanted to have, for us, that support, that community. And so we created, like Lindsay said, 4 years ago, and it's been amazing. We have about 200 women that come once a month. We get to connect. We have a speaker, and we really get down to what is stopping you from that success, and how do we break that barrier?
Yeah. And that's where it comes about. And that's where Heather comes in.
Yes, yeah.
And so let's talk about your business, because this is amazing. You were just telling me you pretty much know what women need out there when it comes to makeup in the summertime.
That's right. Yes, I do. I mean, I've been in the Valley for over 20 years. So I was just really tired of all my expensive cosmetics melting as we were going around town in the summertime. So I created Bergie Bag, which Bergie is it's named after an iceberg,
okay.
Right? So it keeps it cool.
Right.
And it's made out of Saffiano leather too, to give it kind of an elevated look and make it fun. But yeah, you can see on the inside where I have some of the lipsticks that I carry. Yeah. It's great for skincare, great for serums, lotions, so they don't explode all over the place.
Wow, and that's a great idea, and you came up with that. And so, but the big part was, of course, how do I get this off the ground? Where do I go? How can I do that? Especially when you're working on your own, you don't have a huge budget. And so is that how this all came about? We're finding them and them helping you get it off the ground?
Yeah, when people say you need to be in the right room, and when I walked into the Foundress, I knew I was in the right room. I mean, there's support, there's ambition, there's excitement, there's fun. Coley leads the meetings, it's so much fun.
Little dancing.
Yeah, little dancing. It's so great. I was like, oh, I am definitely in the right room.
Yeah.
The thing that I love about the Foundress is that they give you a DIY, right? You can do this yourself, but now, like she said, there's 200 other members in there that really can help you, if you can't do the DIY or you need some,
guidance,
extra hands, or
to be in there. And I think the other part that I think is very important is that as you women come together, you talk also on the personal level, because one, running a business, you're gonna have to be able to balance that home life too. And that's sometimes you don't get that sometimes in the books or from people, and that's where you get to all talk about that a little bit, right? Does that help?
Yeah, I mean, we have monthly mastermind groups as well, and those are a smaller group setting, which is a great time where we're able to really dive deep and get to know each other, but I think that's where a lot of that comes in as well. I mean, we are all mothers as well, yeah. And so that is an important aspect of how we run our businesses, and so I think that's a great opportunity for us to be able to lean into each other as
this.
And encourage each other.
We got to wrap it up. I got two things first. One, I'm going to help out Heather here, because you said you're looking to collaborate with somebody. You're like, listen, if anybody knows these people, ready to, and that's what it's about. It's about asking. I think sometimes women forget that they can't ask because guys are like, oh, well, sweetie, I don't think you should ask that because he's scared that you're going to be successful than him. So that's why right now,
not, yeah.
well, I hope not that way, but so, well, you never know. So, anyways, look at the camera and tell them who you want to collaborate with.
Yes, well, Adorn, they make these great straps. And I would love, I know we have all of these in our closet, but how fun would it be to custom do these straps and, just a fun way to carry this. I never really meant for it to be carried, but this D-ring can hook onto things and, I know people love it. We have these, right?
There it is.
Yeah.
We got that. There are. Hopefully
Thank
they're
you.
listening, and someone's going to probably call soon. Okay.
Probably. I gotta go.
Yeah, I know. You gotta go. I got things to do.
I hear the phone ringing. Yeah.
Ladies, where can people find out more information about the Foundress, especially during this month of Women's History and Women's Day coming up on
Yes,
March
we'd
8th?
love to invite everyone for a free meeting. So if you'd like to check it out, you can go to our website, which is foundress.co. We're also on Instagram, which is thefound.res.
Perfect. Ladies, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank
I love
you.
it. So
Thanks.